ova and sperm fuse to form zygote. And this is what is fertilization. But certainly you will not write it like this. So, what you will write? The fusion of ova and sperm to form a zygote. So, this is the ova, here comes the sperm, and ultimately it enters inside and leaves the nucleus. The tail remains out, and then the two nuclei join together to form a bigger nucleus, which is that of zygote. The role of sperm is over after this. The role of sperm was only to release nucleus inside the ova. Now comes the next stage, and that is the development of the embryo. But before we start that, I will like to tell you that, or you can say I would like to draw your attention to the fact that in reproduction, what kind of first sign of reproduction is there? What do we usually call these ova in common language? We call them eggs. Most of the animals lay eggs, whether it is birds, whether it is amphibians like frogs and toads, fishes, earthworms and so on. They all lay eggs, and their fertilization also takes place outside the female body. Of course, eggs are formed in the female body, but then they are released out, and the fertilization or the union takes place in surrounding medium. It could be land, it could be water. Let us take the case of frogs. You know, frogs are amphibians, which means they can live both on land as well as in water. During rainy season, they all run towards water because that is their breeding season. So, at that time, with the help of male frog, the female frog releases ova into the water. Now, these ova are not just 1, 2 or 10, they are in hundreds, and they are covered by a jelly like substance called spawn. Why? For its protection. Otherwise, animals will eat them away, or the wind and water can destroy them. Then the male also releases sperms around or on the ova, that is the spawn. So, some of these ova they get damaged due to various reasons, and in meanwhile the sperms just hover around the ova and they move or swim at random with the help of tail. And then it is just a chance that the sperm may be able to enter an ova and fertilization take place. Now, this kind of fertilization which is outside the female body, it is called external fertilization. So, we can say external fertilization takes place in outside the female body. Another interesting thing is that when there is external fertilization, the number of eggs laid is very large. I am sure you have been able to guess why. Because the chance of successful fertilization are less. It is unprotected, it is outside. There is only a chance that sperm will be able to fuse with ova, sperm is not destroyed, ova is not destroyed, only then fertilization will take place. So, one thing always remember, that the number of eggs laid in those animals which have external fertilization is much more. The examples are birds, amphibians, reptiles, fishes and lower animals. But what about the mammals? Human beings are also mammals. Do human beings lay eggs? Do other mammals like lion, tiger, cat, dog lay eggs? No, they give birth to young babies. And why so? Because in them the fertilization is inside the female body, and that is called internal fertilization. Now it must have become clear to you that why in case of mammals the number of young ones is much less than the number of eggs in these animals. In case of human beings, it is rare that there would be 2 or 3 children together, twins or triplets or quadruplets. Among animals also, as it is called the litter, the number can vary from say 2 to 6, not like eggs in hundreds. Simple, the fertilization is inside the protected environment of female body, and ova produced are much less, and because sperms are of course more in number, but the chances of union of sperm and ova is much more. So, that is about external fertilization and internal fertilization.